not, I'll get it to you. Okay, so another request that we've had from teachers specifically, but we think it's worthwhile to share with facilitators, is how do we collect student work? And especially our newer facilitators may not have as much experience with this. So collecting student work is something that you definitely want to share with your teachers in your workshops if you've got the time, because that question comes up a lot. So there are two real effective ways that I've used and that I've heard a lot of facilitators and other teachers have used, but I'm sure there are countless ways. So feel free to tweet out or email us additional ideas. But the first one is through the SL Nova tool itself. You can have students add you as a collaborator. So of course, number one, they have to make sure that the project is in their public gallery, and that should be something that they're doing if they're pair programming and adding the partner as a collaborator anyway. So hopefully we're comfortable with that. And then number two is they add you as a collaborator. So on the screen on their project, there'll be a button, and if they've already added it to their public gallery, then they can click add collaborators to this project and add your account. So you would just have that posted or give that to them on a sheet of paper or something and submit, and then that will show up in your galleries of models that have been shared with you. If you do this, you want to make sure that their usernames are something that you will recognize, or that they're putting their names in the title of the assignment though, because otherwise you'll end up with a bunch of random models and you're not sure whose is what. So that's one way. The way that I actually like better, and I think I learned this from Carrie in Chicago, because all of you Chicago people are so savvy with all your Google things, is to use a Google form. Some teachers had talked about using like a Google spreadsheet or a Google Doc where they copy and paste their stuff in and then everyone has access to it. But the problem there, if you're dealing with middle school students, is that you can have some sneaky kids deleting stuff or even doing that by accident. And when you have the Google form, it's really easy to just have them add something. So I made up a Google form, and this is just an example of what it would look like. You go into Drive and have created a new Google form. You can add the title. So I added the title of the assignment, some directions, and I always remind students to add their project to their public gallery first, because that saves a lot of headaches. The more places you can post that and tell them, the better. And then they put their name and they copy and paste their link into their Flower Turtles project. So I'm just gonna actually go back in here and show you what the students see on their side, and we'll just put in sample student, and we'll just do projectguts.org. Okay. So once they've entered that, then there's nothing else they can do. They can't change that any further. They could submit another response if they made changes and wanted to. And on your end, if you go back to that page where you were editing, now you'll have responses, and you can choose to stop accepting responses if you like. You can see just kind of cleanly what everything is, but you can also click on this create a spreadsheet with all the responses if you want to share the different projects with students so they can look at each other's work. This is a great way to do that. You can, from here, share and give them the link or add them by email address. But I like to give them the link because the default is can view. And then they can view these, they can copy the URLs, but they can't change or delete anything. So it's really nice because you get everything. You can see what time they submitted. So if they submitted late, their names, and it's just all in one place for each project. So it's really easy for you to open it up, click on all those links and go through, and you can then put a grade in your gradebook or whatever else. So that's a great strategy, and if you need support in making a Google form, if you've never done it before, there's plenty of resources online, or I'll be happy to help you if you email me. So there you go. And again, if you've got additional strategies